Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities. Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aa.grant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Oh, hi. My name is Stacia Whitaker, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and a member of the Heart and Stroke Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition. My motto is, when in doubt, leave it out, and it goes for when I'm eating, because sometimes things have ingredients that we're not sure of, and I like to keep it simple. And if I'm eating something and I'm not sure the ingredients in that particular thing, then I choose to leave it out. So I keep my snacking simple with fruit, nuts, or just water. It's easy to remember, there's no added ingredients, and it's also very nutritious. So remember, childhood obesity is real, so choose healthier alternatives. And when in doubt, leave it out.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
98.1 to 1 is more than a station.
We don't just play music, we keep you company, cheer you up, keep you informed and entertained. We are a vibe. What do you mean?
Every day we bring the party to you.
We are your #1 party station.
We love playing music for our listeners.
committed to working with our clients and advertisers to make sure that you get the attention that you deserve.
98.1 The One. Celebrating 18 and still your #1 party station.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, General Practitioner and Healthy Lifestyle Advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
This is the CBC Morning Report for Monday, November 20th. I'm Tisha Hines. Good morning. In our top story, the Alliance owners of public transport have zero tolerance for lewd and loud music. The AOPT deem it unacceptable for any paying passenger to be told to get off the bus if they complain about the music or the speed. Speaking on the People's Business last night on TV8, where the topic was public transport state of the sector, Craig Banfield, director of the organization's complaints and legal affairs, says this is one of the top issues he receives phone calls about.
I get that complaint quite a lot too as well. And I think it's very disrespectful for any public service operator to be telling a person who's paying them, whether it's $3.50 as the fare is, or whether you were paying them $100, you are providing a service to the public of Barbados, and as such, you should, as any business person would like to think, if it is that your customers are complaining about something, you tend to take action and tend to deal with them at that particular point in time. It's so ironic because music and radios was an issue some time ago. I believe that the government was looking at taking out radios out of the vehicles. There is legislation in the Road Traffic Act that speaks to radios too as well. I think somebody, if I can remember correctly, somebody did take the matter to court because they were saying that the vehicle, when they're brought in, they come in already with a standard radio, and they want to listen if a hurricane is coming, if the news and things like that there. But we as the association, we do not like lewd music. We find that a lot of operators sometimes tend to use that kind of music on the radio, on the vans when they are perpetrating their trade, and we do not adhere to that at all. Customers have also been told on many occasions too that they ask them to slow down, and they also encourage those passengers who are on those particular vehicles to actually tell them to stop and get out, because there's no point in causing their lives to be at risk. And by them getting out, also take down the number, the ZR number, the location, the time, and report that to the transport authority, because there needs to be some sort of structure, like I said, going forward. And if you make complaints to the transport authority about these guys, when it is that you encounter that kind of behavior, then hopefully the transport authority, who is the regulatory body, should deal with it.
The issue of how the complaints against the drivers are handled was raised since a number of PSV workers with infractions move freely from one owner to the other without penalty, especially those who get high passenger volumes. He believes a database is necessary.
There's a shortage of public service operators or drivers within our industry. That's the first problem. And as such, you would find that a guy might leave me today and tomorrow be able to go to Mr. Raphael's van and drive his van. That's one of the reasons that we were, as an organization, we're implementing through our organization to have a database whereby we can keep track of those operators who might have the complaints about the bad behavior, might have complaints about reckless driving, might have the bad behavior about telling a passenger to get off of a van if it is that they ask them to slow down. And by that, then we were able then to create this database whereby if it is that, for example, the insurance companies want some sort of information or for our own personal use, we'll be able to keep track and say to yourself, well, look, you know what? This particular guy had 100 and something infractions. He therefore, in our opinion, needs not to be carrying the general public on a daily basis up and down the road. And as such, then we would take the necessary requirements. It's unfortunate we don't have any regulatory teeth as an organization. We only have persuasion, and that's what we try to do. We try to persuade. Sometimes we get complaints whereby a person will be on a van and something occurs and they will call me and I will try and track down, okay, with this van number is this particular owner, and I will call the owner.
Well, coming up on the CBC Morning Report, dozens of premature babies evacuated from Gaza's war zone.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. It's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
It's summer vacation, and CBC TV8 says laugh a little. Your mid-mornings have now included some family-friendly, side-splitting series like The Partridge Family, Benson, and Designing Women. TV not to be missed this vacation. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on CBC TV8. It's Match Day Live from the 240.
The most vulnerable patients at Al Shifa Hospital, dozens of prematurely born babies in critical condition, have been evacuated to the south of the Gaza Strip.
31 of the premature children that were in Al Shifa medical complex have now reached the Emirati hospital in Rafah. The total number of these premature children was originally 39, but 8 of them did not make it after the Israeli forces taking over Al Shifa medical complex had destroyed the oxygen station, and because of the lack of fuel and the destroying of all generators and solar panels in a Shifa medical complex, there was no electricity for the incubators of these premature babies. 8 of them died and 31 have come here. The doctors tell us that 4 of them are in severe condition. And as you can see with us, at least every incubator has from 3 to 4 premature children because of the lack of incubators in this hospital.
The majority of the children present were clearly exposed during the last 8 days when they were transferred from incubators to other departments that were not prepared to receive them, to services below the standard required for them, and it's clear that they lost weight and that there's a clear drop in temperatures. Yesterday, 2 of them died. It is clear that some of them suffered from vomiting, diarrhea, and blood poisoning.
The medical staff here are pushing to their limits to try to save these premature children. But with the lack of resources and capabilities, the struggle is great.
President Joe Biden says the U.S. will begin issuing visa bans on extremist Israeli settlers committing violence against Palestinians in the West Bank.
What we have heard, the latest coming from the Deputy National Security Advisor, John Feiner, on Sunday, echoes what the U.S. President put and spelled out in an op-ed he wrote in the Washington Post on Saturday, that as a result of the escalating violence towards Palestinians in the West Bank by Israeli settlers, the U.S. is now drawing up policy to put in place visa bans. That means that Israelis that want to come to the United States, potentially, if they have been found guilty of committing such violence, would not be able to come to the United States, would be banned from coming to the United States. So this is something that the U.S. is looking at. The U.S. President has directed not only the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, but also the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, to begin developing this policy. But this is just one part of it. The other part in all of this is that there have been concerns that Israel is also not complying with something that's known as the visa waiver program. And so what this is that since October 7th, there has been a restriction of movement. In other words, those that live in the West Bank have not been allowed to come and go to Israel, Palestinians that is, and that is something that is necessary in order for Israelis to visit the United States without a visa.
It's time now to preview what's coming up on Morning Barbados. We're going to tell you about a public appeal from a young Barbadian who needs your help. We'll tell you how and why. Also, Cultural Officer for Literary Arts at the National Cultural Foundation, Cara Price, will be in to talk to us all about what they have planned over the next few days for the literary arts. As we get into the show, you're going to hear from the winners of the Spirit of the Nation show that came off on Saturday night. We got a chance to meet all of the ambassadors, so the most outstanding parish ambassadors and the most outstanding attendant will be in attendance. We also have a big giveaway for Soca Goes Gold 5, so brush up on your trivia and be ready for that. That's all coming up at 6:30, but next we have more news, sports, and weather. Stay with us.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
Water should again be flowing from the taps of scores of Barbadian Water Authority customers who were impacted by a major leak since Friday. Work to repair the 15-inch main was completed yesterday. CBC's Sharika Griffith reports.
After several attempts, emergency repairs at the Bell pumping station have been completed. Work to repair the leak on the large diameter main began on Friday, but according to BWA engineer Nkeshi Jemet, After finishing on Saturday, another leak erupted, forcing crews to again take the system offline. She was providing an update to members of the media as teams from the Barbados Water Authority worked through the night.
We would have given some sufficient time for us to see whether or not the system was tight enough to hold the pressure on the main, and we waited, and unfortunately we find ourselves back at this position because the main did not hold. So currently we're trying to pump off the water in the opening, and then we will be able to assess the situation and begin the repairs.
Although changes were made to the distribution network to reduce the affected areas, scores of customers in some St. Michael and Christchurch communities were impacted by outages. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Water Resources Santia Bradshaw spoke of some of the efforts to minimize the impact on both locals and visitors.
We're working with the Barbados Hotel Tourism Association, and the communications team is working with them to ensure that the tankers are properly deployed to the hotels, because we have a lot of tourists as well on the island who've been affected. We are also in the communities, and I can say that this morning the team was able to pull together assistance from the corporate Barbados as well as from BWA Resources to get into the communities where persons were most affected and had not had water supply since last night, and we were able to provide them with some bottled water. We know that it isn't all that it was required in terms of the full water supply, but we felt that that was necessary in order to bridge the gap while we got these repairs done.
Ms. Bradshaw also acknowledged the information supplied to customers could have been better. Acting General Manager of the BWA, Christopher Mapp, offered an apology.
On behalf of the BWA, I want to profusely apologize to all of the customers who have been inconvenienced by this burst. We know it is very inconvenient, and it has happened over the weekend when we know people will be doing laundry, they'll be looking to go to church tomorrow, etc. So we want to apologize and just reassure them that we are working around the clock to get this fixed as soon as possible so that we can resume services to them.
The affected areas included Navy Gardens to Oystons on the south coast, as well as Vauxhall, Cullimer Rock, Sergeant's Village, and The Pine. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Good news there. Authorities have revealed that what grounded a WestJet flight inbound from Toronto to Barbados over the weekend, which triggered a comprehensive security protocol. CBC's Crystal Hoyt was there.
A threat of explosives on a WestJet flight from Toronto, Canada, resulted in 190 passengers being stuck in the aircraft for over 2 hours at the Grantley Adams International Airport yesterday. A statement released by GAIA Saturday evening said the control tower was alerted to a threat aboard an aircraft scheduled to land in Barbados. As a result, according to the statement, a comprehensive security protocol was initiated in collaboration with the Barbados Police Service and other relevant authorities. The incident commander, Assistant Superintendent Lynch, has confirmed that the unspecified threat related to explosives. However, none was found on the plane. Nonetheless, passengers complained about the treatment they endured during this ordeal.
Basically, the plane came in, they said there was a threat to the plane. They left us on the tarmac for 2 hours or so. No communication, no food, no water for 2 hours, just kids. We've been traveling since 6 a.m. our time and no updates. The police came eventually. We heard it was possibly a bomb threat, and then they put us in a holding area and there were no updates and opened the doors and let us go. No explanation. Yeah, pretty disappointing.
They let us off the plane one by one in single file, and then we had the dogs come up to us and sniff our bags, circle us, and sniff around us, and then it sent us down to the holding area. Flight boarded at 7:50 that morning, and we just got out, I think, like 7:45 now. So it's been 12 hours where no one's eaten. There are tons of children on board, tons of babies on board.
Oliver Haywood, the ground manager responsible for handling WestJet Airlines along with other airlines, said the incident was unfortunate and explains what happens when the Airport Operations Center is activated.
When that is done, there is an incident commander who takes ownership of all activities around that aircraft. Everything was on a hold with respect to the movement to and from that aircraft. Insofar as the airline in question was not able to go to the aircraft and provide any meals or any water or anything to that aircraft until we got the all clear. Unfortunately, the aircraft having come across the Atlantic would have been short of its catering supplies.
Mr. Harewood also admitted that better communications to the passengers was needed and added that the airline in question extended profound apologies. Crystal Hoyt, CBC News.
Thanks, Crystal. Guyana's Prime Minister Mark Phillips says all of Guyana's frontiers are currently being monitored by members of the Guyana Defense Force in light of increasing aggression from neighboring Venezuela. He says soldiers are expected to remain vigilant at all times.
At a time like this, the GDF would have been monitoring all movements on our frontiers. That itself may require them to maybe adjust whatever troops that they have at different locations. And so the bottom line is we expect the GDF to continue to be vigilant on our frontiers because, as you know, diplomacy is our first line of defense. It means that the GDF must be able to quickly report to the government any unusual occurrence or occurrences on our frontiers, and the government will then take it further and make the necessary reports or raise the concerns with friendly nations and with international organizations and regional organizations that Guyana is a part of.
For Picat Sports, Australia stunned hosts India yesterday to win the men's 50-over Cricket World Cup for a sixth time. Australia quietened the support from the 100,000-strong home crowd by dismissing their previously unbeaten opponents for 240 of their 50 overs. KL Rahul top-scored with 66, while player of the World Cup Virat Kohli added 54 with 4 fours. Mitchell Starc took 3 for 55. Playing off the match Travick Head, then hit a seasonal century of 137 off 120 balls that included 15 fours and 4 sixes, as Australia replied with 241 for 4 to win by 6 wickets with 7 overs to spare. It all ended as the team put on 192 for the 4th wicket partnership. We have full match highlights.
In the air, gone. Put in the slot. That's high. That's so high. And it's so far back. A miss-up. Finally a miss-up. Could this be a moment? Could it? One of the great catches under pressure. Goal touch there. Yes, there is.
Kohli gets to 50 and the stadium finds its voice.
Oh, he's gone here, inside edge, back onto the stumps.
This time there seems to be an obvious Nick Jadeja is walking back.
Oh, good ball, good ball. The finger will go up. Oh, went for the big one, got the edge. Oh, that could be close. The finger will go up. Oh, that should be taken. That should be taken. Let's wait and see. Here it goes. High in the air. Will fall short. They want to come back for a second. They have no choice. They've got to keep going. Run out at the non-strikers end. One of the longest run outs, but they had to go for it. And India will finish with 240.
Edge taken. Shami gets the big wicket. Oh, that is big from Mitchell Marsh. Silences the crowd with the first 6. Finger goes up. Got him. Smith goes. Lovely. Lovely shot. All the way for 6.
50 for Travis Head. What a World Cup he is having.
Beats the fielder for 4. And
Calls through for a single, needs to hurry. 100 for Travis Head on the biggest of stages. Head goes long and high over the leg side.
And here he goes. He's taken in the deep. Bang. He'll come back for 2. And Australia win the World Cup for the 6th time. And in front of 120,000 people. They've upstaged the home team in magnificent fashion.
It's time now for us to look at the weather. And that should be coming up pretty soon. There we go. The barometric pressure stands at 10.8 millibars. It's 26.9 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 82%. The winds are blowing out of the east-southeast at 31 kilometers per hour. The present weather is fair with slight haze. Sea conditions, moderate in open water with northerly swells ranging from 2 to 2.5 meters and decreasing. Small craft operators and sea bathers should exercise caution, and it's recommended that sea bathers use beaches that have on-duty lifeguards. Here's a look at how the tides roll in today. Be careful as you head out for your early morning sea bath. And the general forecast today, a mix of sunshine and clouds with a few brief isolated light showers. Into the evening period, partly cloudy with a few brief isolated light showers is what you can expect. Our next newscast is Newsday at 12 noon on TV8, followed by The World at 1 on our radio network of stations on 100.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and 94.7 FM. That's the morning report. Morning Barbados is next.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Morning Barbados, it's Monday, November 20th. Good to have you in company for another presentation. And as we grow closer to our Independence Day, I certainly hope that you're having a wonderful time wearing your colors and representing for our country. So happy Independence to you as well. For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I know that's coming up this week too. And that is, of course, a major, major day for especially our U.S. friends and relatives. So again, a busy week planned all this week and through next week. So we have lots to do, but make sure that you get in a little time for you as well. I'm Tisha Hines. I'll be here until 8 o'clock this morning. I certainly hope that you can stick around for, if not the majority, all of the show. We have a good show planned for you, and you're going to enjoy lots of what we have. Of course, the Spirit of the Nation show came off on Saturday night. We have the winners here with us this morning. They've had a day to celebrate and recuperate, and I'm sure their parishes will be celebrating along with them with the parish independence committees. But they've committed to coming and sharing with us this morning. Destiny Cummins and Amario Rollock, most outstanding parish ambassadors for 2023. And attendant of the year is Tito Rock, Parish Independence Committee Chairperson Anderson Rollock is also going to be here. So we definitely look forward to that discussion, especially since we have been spending so much time with the parish ambassadors and getting to know them. Also on today's show, I know you've been hearing about Soca Goes Gold 5. So that is back, and Soca Goes Gold 5. We want to make sure that you go out. It is the Calypso Kings edition. That means that the entire cast is of those people who, of course, were a part of it, okay? So we're winners throughout the year. So we are going to be telling you all about that and giving you a chance to win. That's all with the compliments of the Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust and Partners COB Credit Union, Soca Goes Gold, the Ultimate Bajan Experience just in time for Independence. It's happening on the 29th, so make sure you go do your research and brush up on that trivia. So once you get those trivia questions, you'll be able to answer and possibly win. All right, also on today's presentation, you know, this year we're celebrating NIFCA at 50 and the National Cultural Foundation. They're doing so much work to ensure that it truly is a wonderful time for all involved. And the literary arts are no different. So we're going to have Cara Price, who's Cultural Officer for Literary Arts here at the National Cultural Foundation. Thank you so much, Nadia. That's my producer. Cara Price is going to be here. She's Cultural Officer for Literary Arts at the NCF, and she's going to be sharing with us this morning as well. So we look forward to having Cara come in and share with us here. It's a packed show, I told you. There's lots for us to get through. So we definitely are looking forward to all of that. And plus we share some health tips and so on with you. Hopefully, maybe a little later, we'll be able to do a little game of Unscramble and see how that goes. But we want to start with something that's very, very important. Not that everything else isn't important, but a lot of the times we remember who we are, and that's what makes us Barbadian. We just look out for each other. We're a community, and this next story we're going to share is no different. It's deeply personal. So we want to welcome a few people to Morning Barbados to share with us. We have Ruby, Akila, and Ramon Miller, who are going to join us to talk all about what's happening with Ramon. Now, we are going to leave that to them to share, but there definitely is a story that we want to hear. Most importantly, we want to urge you to lend some support however you can. So let me say good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning.
All right, so I'd like to start with you, Ramon, because it's wonderful to see that you've been able to join us this morning. And I want to start with you telling Barbados your story.
In 2012, I was diagnosed with a blockage on my left kidney. Unfortunately, I didn't have the equipment to sort me out at the hospital here. With a lot of drama then with one of the surgeons that they had referred me to, I had to end up coming back to the hospital where they had to refer me to Colombia. In that space of time, I was in and out of the hospital a lot because the kidney didn't used to drain properly, and because it didn't used to drain, I used to get a lot of infections, which could only be treated with medication you only get in hospital. But through all the paperwork, and then COVID hit, and waiting for everything to get sorted, and they got me up to Colombia. When they did get the operation, they couldn't save the kidney because the infections had damaged the wall, so I had to lose that kidney. That was in 2021. And I'd also done a lot of damage to my bladder because I had a stone that was extremely big on a tube that was left. Well, it was only supposed to be in for 6 months, but I ended up having it for 3 years. So it created a lot of damage. And going over now with only one kidney, that repercussions of that is causing more issues. So recently, I had partial kidney failure. So right now I'm still in the hospital trying to get that sorted. And it's giving me stones again. because of the bacteria and stuff. So they're trying to get that sorted, and then they found out I had a bacteria in my blood. So all I'm trying to get sorted.
All right,
That's
that's a
that's
lot to
long and
deal
short.
with. But I commend you for coming on and sharing with us, and I'm sure that your mom Ruby, who's also with us, is pleased that you can still share. But I understand it's been quite a few years of a lot of suffering. So, Mom Ruby, tell us what do we need to do to be able to help Ramon as much as we can.
Well, morning again.
Good morning.
Right now we have a GoFundMe page going on for him. And on this weekend, there's a fundraiser going on at Dover Playing Ground, trying to raise funds there for him too. But again, it's trying to get as much help as we can from friends and relatives. So any help we can get, we'll appreciate.
All right, we also have Akila on the line. Akila, talk to us a little bit about what you've been experiencing from the sidelines. We want to make sure that people understand what's happening so that we can encourage them to come out and support the fundraiser as much as possible.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's very difficult. I know Ramon suffers a lot. He's not the type of person who complains. So anytime he does, you know that it's really serious. He's in a lot of discomfort and it's very saddening. He loses a lot of opportunities to do simple things in life and to enjoy simple things, time with family and friends because of having to be in and out of the hospital. And sometimes at times when you don't want to be, imagine being in the hospital at Christmas time. Randomly these things can happen. And it's quite exhausting. And sometimes I see that exhaustion even though he doesn't express it. So it would be wonderful if he can meet his goal of raising the funds and return. What he didn't mention is that he has to return overseas for treatment that he needs right now. So that's why we're raising the funds.
Understandable. Ramon, what's the target? What are we aiming for here?
Well, I have to get 2 operations because where I had the kidney
Hernia.
removed, I developed a hernia, so I gotta get that corrected. And then the issue with my bladder. So in all, it is 35,000. I need to raise. That's 35,000 Beijing.
35,000 Bajan dollars. Mom, Ruby, tell me more about this fundraiser that's coming up. What's going to be happening for us to come out and support Ramon? And we're gonna make this target for sure. That's not an
Well,
unattainable target.
Akelia can more give you information on that. She's the one who's really taking care of that one, really. So
All right.
put that question to her.
Well, you did it, Mom Ruby. So go right ahead.
Akita, you take that one.
It's going to be a family fun day. We're going to have attractions for children and food on sale. Pretty much that's it. So kids will come out and do some rides and tents and little attractions that we will have. And there's a little girl who does jewelry, and she would have her jewelry on sale. And there's someone who's also going to do painting for children. So it should be a fun and good time for the family to come out and support for a good cause.
All right, absolutely, a good cause, and your strength is very commendable, and is strength, Ramon, that we certainly can draw on, specifically on this early morning, because I mean you're in hospital, as we can see, you're having complications and challenges for the last few years, and here you are, not necessarily looking like, as my grandmother would say, or my mother, woe is me. You're still smiling and talking with us, and I know that's why family and friends will want to support you. So I'm going to give you last word in talking to them, Ramon. Invite them to come on out and be a part of this fund day and fundraiser. And then we're going to close on Akila giving us a few more details about it.
All I could do is ask everybody to come and help. It's been a long, hard road for me. Um, my daughter suffers a lot, worries. Um, I just want to get back to normal life.
That's not too much to ask. Akila, give us
Yeah,
further
so
details. So it's on Saturday. Yes.
it starts 12 p.m. and it goes to 6 p.m. So you just need to come. Admission is free. Take part in everything that is on sale. Take part in the attractions. Relax and have a good time.
All right, I want to thank you. And we're going to continue sharing throughout the week as well as we encourage people so they can only share on the GoFundMe. Are you encouraging people to share with you when they come? Is there a bank account as yet? Do you plan to do that? What are the plans in terms of people being able to contribute?
Yes. Persons can make
Well,
donations at the fund day. There is along with the GoFundMe, they can also make donations to Ramon's bank account as well.
hmm
All
friends
right.
have been doing that and giving you personal donations.
All right. So all of that information is on the GoFundMe page.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's just tell everyone, Akila, how they can find it because there are some people who might not know how to navigate finding the GoFundMe page. So just remind us.
It's
You
called
can.
Ease Ramon's Pain. Go ahead, Akira.
I was going to say the same thing. So
Oh, okay,
they
good.
can search for the title, which is Ease Ramon's Pain, and his information would be available there. His bank information is on the flyer, which is being circulated on social media and being passed along. Yeah. I don't know if Ruby, you could add anything else.
Well, like I said, people have been giving personal donations too, and that's been helping along a lot, which we appreciate.
Mom Ruby, how are you holding up?
Girl, I'm trying.
I know.
I am trying.
Yeah,
It's
you
been a
guys.
long, tough road.
Yeah, you
And
guys
for a
be.
mother to see her child in pain is not easy.
I can understand that totally. So I was saying you guys
Mm-hmm.
continue to be strong for Ramon, and I know he will continue to be strong as well. We're going to try to do our part to get as many people involved as we can.
Okay, thank you very much.
I wish you much better, Ramon.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Kara. Thanks, Mom Ruby. So make sure you can make your
Thank you.
donation to that account that's on the screen. You can navigate by finding the GoFundMe page by Ease Ramon's Pain. If you search that, you should be able to find it. Whatever you can give, I'm sure will be welcome. And you can get the family together and come out for that fun day. Spend an hour or a few and support a member of our community. It's just about 12 minutes now before 7 o'clock. Coming up, we're telling you all about the literary arts and what's happening for this 50th anniversary of NIFCA.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. We have to say a special good morning to a lady who's very familiar to you and me, Cara Price. She is Cultural Officer for Literary Arts at the National Cultural Foundation. She joins us now with exceptional news. As always, good morning to you.
Barbados.
Wonderful to have you with us. So, State of the Arts, that's the address you're going to start with. Give us an update on what's happening in terms of the literary arts for NIFCA.
Thank you so much. On Wednesday, November 22nd, we will be hosting a night of prose, poetry, and performance at Elara Court. And this is going to be an opportunity for us to celebrate excellence in the literary arts over the last 50 years of NIFCA. That's right, 50 years. And so we are going to be showcasing some of the award-winning pieces, standout pieces, and standout performers over the last 50 years in the NIFCA literary arts. It's an evening to come out and enjoy and celebrate. And it actually begins with a book launch from Sir Emil Stryker. He will be launching his book, Barbados on Me. We're all very excited about that. And then straight after that, we run into a reception where we're going to have some drinks and some eats, enjoy some Bajan treats. And then the show starts at 7 p.m. And we are going to have a really, really good time. And we're inviting everybody to come out and enjoy. We have some really good acts in the show for you to enjoy.
Wow, definitely an opportunity to immerse ourselves in literary excellence. Let's talk about the people who will be on show.
Okay, we have a really impressive list here. We have Winston Farrell. We have the poet laureate Esther Phillips. We have internationally published author Shakira Bourne. There's so many. Actually, let me not forget to give a special shout out to the artistic director of the evening, Michelle Barrow, who is well known and well loved in the theater arts community. She has been very instrumental in directing the flow of the events for the evening. We have also award-winning artist Stephen Sandiford. We have some musical accompaniment. We have Carrie Belgrave. He would have won some really high awards as well. Linda M. Dean, everybody knows Deanne Kennedy. And Akeem Chandler Prescott, who was on here with me just a few weeks ago. We have DJ Simmons, also well loved by both the literary arts and the theater arts community. And just so many more. So we're inviting everybody to come out and to enjoy the pieces. Yes, you'll have your readings, you'll have your poetry, but you'll also have your performances. And some of these will be accompanied by pianists, by a flautist. You'll have some drumming accompaniment. So it's going to be a really, really interesting night. And we're inviting everybody to come out and support the event.
A night of prose, poetry, and performance. I can overlook a few of the names that I'm seeing that I haven't seen before associated with poetry or prose or even performance. So I see that you have some other people who will be joining. I see Ian Bourne on there. Was that name I saw?
You saw correct. So Ian Bourne will be actually reading from his mother's work, and we all loved Carol Bourne, who would have been a highly awarded literary arts NIFCA performer. And so he is going to be doing his mom's work, which will be a really touching tribute, for him to be able to read his mother's work on the NIFCA stage. So we're actually really looking forward to that as well. But I want to give Ian a quick shout out because he was actually featured in our 2019-20 anthology of work. So yes, let's not not give him his flowers as well. So yes, he has been also contributing to the arts, to the literary arts as well. So come on out and support Ian and the rest of the cast.
Beautiful. That's beautiful for him to be able to celebrate his mother in that way. What will it cost for us to be a part of this amazing evening?
Absolutely. The event is $40, and $40 is going to get you a night of entertainment as well as Bajan treats and drinks, including for your $40. Sorry. So, it's really worth the money, and it's going to be a wonderful evening. Everybody's going to come out, and I mean, you don't celebrate 50 years of NIFCA every day. So we are really excited. And as you can see, we have, a list of names who have really contributed over the years. And if you get there early, you can also begin with the tribute to Sir Emil, where we will be experiencing his book launch, which will be really exciting as well, Barbados and Me. And he has lived a really interesting and life and has contributed significantly to the artistic landscape in Barbados.
I really love the crossover because it shows us that when it comes to the arts, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to creating, it really crosses a lot of the times many different genres. I also love that coming up with this particular presentation, you are going to see some of the seasoned, what we would deem seasoned performers, but you're also going to get to see some emerging performers as well. How important is it for you to be able to create a platform like this, especially in our 50th year, for artists and artists across the board to share?
I think it's extremely important. I mean, NIFCA is a developmental festival, very much so. Many of the season names that you see on this list did not start out as, household names in Barbados. And it was the NIFCA stage and the NIFCA platform that was able to propel them to the heights that they're at today. And so, the whole idea of iron sharpened iron, we have greats like Poet Laureate and Winston Farrell being read alongside newer artists such as Akeem. However, we also have an artist whose work will be read on stage. Her name is Kelsey Kelman. Unfortunately, she will not be reading her own work because she's studying overseas, but her work is going to be being read on stage on the night in question. But it's an opportunity for young and up-and-coming artists like herself to have their work read on a national stage. And it's really important because this type of recognition is the kind of thing that drives artists to continue to create work. When we as a nation come out and we say, yes, we see you and we see what you're doing, that's the kind of thing that encourages art to grow and to flourish in a society. And there's no civilized society without the arts.
Absolutely. And it adds a bit more umph to the entire presentation. The way it's being handled, also that they're able to perform their pieces at Ilaro Court. In this particular setting, we know it's in the middle of the week, so because it starts at 5:30, it kind of encourages everybody to leave that traffic aside and head straight to Ilaro Court and enjoy what's happening. So you guys are going to kick off, as you mentioned, with cocktails from 5:30. Yes?
Yes. So when you come at 5:30, you will be able to experience the book launch for Sir Emil Straker, and then we go straight into cocktails and food. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I'm hungry, I just worked a long day, don't even worry about that. You have your ticket, come on down, and you will have your drinks and your eats, especially our Bajan treats as we are in the month of November. And you can sit down in a comfortable and almost majestic atmosphere of Ilaro Court and enjoy the show, having, already sampled and enjoyed some good Bajan food and some good Bajan drinks as well. So yes, it's a good time to come out and to enjoy in terms of the environment and the entertainment that will be available to you. So just come straight from work.
Absolutely. Now I know that even though people can purchase tickets online, you also give them an opportunity to head into box offices because we in Barbados are still very traditional when it comes to picking up our tickets. So remind us of the box offices.
Okay, so our box offices are the NCF in West Terrace. You have CS Pharmacy in Bridgetown, Lucky Horseshoe Worthing Christchurch, Emerald City, 6 Road, St. Philip, and online at ticketpal.com, as you just alluded to. So there is plenty of places that you can go. And so that means I know I'm going to see each and every one of you out there on Wednesday evening.
As the Officer for Literary Arts, generally give us a wind-up of how you feel about how everything has gone in your particular area for NIFCA 50.
That's a great question. I think that we have been able to make a significant footprint on NIFCA 2023. because not only did we have our normal competition where we were, just inundated with people who have so many things to say, but we also had our NIFCA Book Fest, which took place on the 4th of November in Golden Square Freedom Park. And that was really well attended. People came out and supported the Barbadian artist as well. And so now we're heading into a night of prose and poetry and performance. We also had that lit line with Akeem Chandler Prescott, who goes as Stoned with Cupid, and Narc, who is Corey Springer, and that was also well attended. I mean, people came out in the rain and supported the artist. And so, we have really been successfully celebrating the literary arts. And I want to say the literary arts desk is really active. We have creative writing workshops going on in the schools right now. We have in the prison as well. And we have had entries as well from the workshop in the prison. So we are doing the groundwork, and it's really showing up in the quality of the entries that we are seeing this year for 2023. And we look forward to announcing those winners at the end of the judging process.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. But we want to see you on Wednesday. Head on out to Ilaro Court from 5:30. You get to celebrate with Sir Emil, get to experience his book launch. I look forward to that. I think I've told anybody who will listen that I'm the biggest Sir Emil fan there is. So I look forward to that as well as, enjoying some of the old and some of the new. I hope that Winston Farrell plans to do the bus man, because there can be no performance without the bus man. That is truly a classic piece that really embodies all that NIFCA is and how we carry it with us. All right, thank you so much, Cara Price, officer for the literary arts at the National Cultural Foundation. Thank you for sharing with us as always.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's time for us to update you on the news. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout, or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aagrant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 7:03 on this November 20th. Time for an update of the news. The Alliance Owners of Public Transport have zero tolerance for lewd and loud music. The AOPT deem it unacceptable for any paying passenger to be told to get off the bus if they complain about the music or speed. Speaking on the People's Business last evening on TV8, where the topic was public transport state of the sector, Craig Banfield, director of the organization's complaints and legal affairs, says this is one of the top issues he receives phone calls about.
I get that complaint quite a lot too as well. And I think it's very disrespectful for any public service operator to be telling a person who's paying them, whether it's $3.50 as the fare is, or whether you were paying them $100, you are providing a service to the public of Barbados, and as such, you should, as any business person would like to think, if it is that your customers are complaining about something, you tend to take action and tend to deal with them at that particular point in time. It's so ironic because music and radios was an issue some time ago. I believe that the government was looking at taking out or talking about taking out radios out of the vehicles. There is legislation in the Road Traffic Act that speaks to radios too as well. I think somebody, if I can remember correctly, somebody did take the matter to court because they were saying that the vehicle, when they're brought in, they come in already with a standard radio, and they want to listen if a hurricane is coming, if the news and things like that there. But we as the association, we do not like lewd music. We find that a lot of operators sometimes tend to use that kind of music on the radio, on the vans when they are perpetrating their trade, and we do not adhere to that at all. Customers have also been told on many occasions too that they ask them to slow down, and they also encourage those those passengers who are on those particular vehicles to actually stop, tell them to stop and get out, because there's no point in causing their lives to be at risk. And by them getting out, also take down the number, the ZR number, the location, the time, and report that to the transport authority, because there needs to be some sort of structure, like I said, going forward. And if you make complaints to the transport authority about these guys, when it is that you encounter that kind of behavior, then hopefully the transport authority, who is the regulatory body, should deal with it.
The issue of how the complaints against the drivers are handled was raised as well, since a number of PSV workers with infractions move freely from one owner to the other without penalty, especially those who get high passenger volumes. He believes a database is necessary.
There's a shortage of public service operators or drivers within our industry. That's the first problem. And as such, you would find that a guy might leave me today and tomorrow be able to go to Mr. Raphael's van and drive his van. That's one of the reasons that we were, as an organization, we're implementing through our organization to have a database whereby we can keep track of those operators who might have the complaints about the bad behavior, might have complaints about reckless driving, might have the bad behavior about telling a passenger to get off of a van if it is that they ask them to slow down. And by that, then we were able then to create this database whereby if it is that, for example, the insurance companies want some sort of information, or for our own personal use, we'll be able to keep track and say to yourself, well, you know what, this particular guy had 100 and something infractions. He therefore, in our opinion, needs not to be carrying the general public on a daily basis up and down the road. And as such, then we would take the necessary requirements. It's unfortunate we don't have any regulatory teeth as an organization. We only have persuasion, and that's what we try to do. We try to sway. Sometimes we get complaints whereby a person will be on a van and something occurs and they will call me, and I will try and track down, okay, with this van number is this particular owner, and I will call the owner.
Water should again be flowing from the taps of scores of Barbados Water Authority customers who were impacted by a major leak since Friday. Work to repair the 15-inch main was completed yesterday. Our Sharika Griffith has more.
After several attempts, emergency repairs at the Bell pumping station have been completed. Work to repair the leak on the large diameter main began on Friday, but according to BWA engineer Nkeshi Jemet, after finishing on Saturday, another leak erupted, forcing crews to again take the system offline. She was providing an update to members of the media as teams from the Barbados Water Authority worked through the night.
We would have given some sufficient time for us to see whether or not the system was tight enough to hold the pressure on the main, and we waited, and unfortunately we find ourselves back at this position because the main did not hold. So currently we're trying to pump off the water in the opening, and then we will be able to assess the situation and begin the repairs.
Although changes were made to the distribution network to reduce the affected areas, scores of customers in some St. Michael and Christchurch communities were impacted by outages. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Water Resources Santia Bradshaw spoke of some of the efforts to minimize the impact on both locals and visitors.
We're working with the Barbados Hotel Tourism Association and the communications team is working with them to ensure that the tankers are properly deployed to the hotels because we have a lot of tourists as well on the island who've been affected. We are also in the communities, and I can say that this morning the team was able to pull together assistance from the corporate Barbados as well as from BWA Resources to get into the communities where persons were most affected and had not had water supply since last night, and we were able to provide them with some bottled water. We know that it isn't all that it was required in terms of the full water supply, but we felt that that was necessary in order to bridge the gap while we got these repairs done.
Ms. Bradshaw also acknowledged the information supplied to customers could have been better. Acting General Manager of the BWA, Christopher Mapp, offered an apology.
On behalf of the BWA, I want to profusely apologize to all of the customers who have been inconvenienced by this burst. We know it is very inconvenient, and it has happened over the weekend when we know people will be doing laundry, they'll be looking to go to church tomorrow, etc. So we want to apologize and just reassure them that we are working around the clock to get this fixed as soon as possible so that we can resume services to them.
The affected areas included Navy Gardens to Oystons on the south coast, as well as Vauxhall, Cullimer Rock, Sergeant's Village, and The Pine. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
And that's our news update for now. Our next newscast is Newsday at 12 noon on TV8, followed by The World at 1 on our radio network of stations, 100.7 FM, 98.1 The One, and 94.7 FM. Morning Barbados continues next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's time for the Mornin Barbados Health Tip, brought to you by Glucerna. Bring on the day.
Of course, want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself with the compliments of our partners, Glucerna. So we want to talk today about how to manage your pressure. Limit alcohol intake, quit smoking, and manage your stress. This is all brought to you with the compliments of Glucerna. Bring on the day.
The Morning Barbados Health Tip was brought to you by Glucerna. Bring on the day.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Oh, hi. My name is Stacia Whitaker, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and a member of the Heart and Stroke Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition. My motto is, when in doubt, leave it out, and it goes for when I'm eating, because sometimes things have ingredients that we're not sure of, and I like to keep it simple. And if I'm eating something and I'm not sure the ingredients in that particular thing, then I choose to leave it out. So I keep my snacking simple with fruit, nuts, or just water. It's easy to remember, there's no added ingredients, and it's also very nutritious. So remember, childhood obesity is real, so choose healthier alternatives. And when in doubt, leave it out.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
98.1 The One is more than a station.
We don't just play music, we keep your company, cheer you up, keep you informed and entertained. We are a vibe. What do you mean?
Every day we bring the party to you.
We are your #1 party station.
We love playing music for our listeners.
And we're committed to working with our clients and advertisers to make sure that you get the attention that you deserve.
98.1 The One, celebrating 18 and still.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So it's 7:16 and we have some wonderful news. We gave you a hint a little bit earlier. Throughout the last 2 weeks, we've been introducing you to all of the parish ambassadors. I want to say a special good morning and congratulations to all of you who participated in the Spirit of the Nation show on Saturday night. It was one amazing presentation. We definitely saw all of the hard work and dedication that went in from every single parish, each committee, each and every ambassador, all the attendants. It was just a wonderful, wonderful presentation. We're going to bring it to you on CBC TV8 at a time to be announced in the future. We were there, so we have it on film, and we're going to share that with you. But it is our pleasure this morning to say a special congratulations to the people of St. Lucie. Congratulations to all of you for your big win.
Thank you.
Again. So, I mean, you know, that is amazing. You did a triple. Like, that is so amazing. So, congratulations, first of all. I'm going to start with you, Anderson. What is in the sauce? What's the remedy?
Consistency, dedication, and hard work. Good morning to Barbados, and especially good morning to the people of St. Lucie. Dedication and hard work, consistency. It is a program, and I've been saying this for years. The Spirit of the Nation show is just the cake, the icing on the cake. There's a lot of ingredients that go into this, and you don't just come at the back end to, you know, they have to be consistent over the year, put in the hard work, be punctual, on time, appropriately dressed, take part in your sessions, and you have to do the work at the community level. We in St. Lucie, there's a template, and I've been fortunate enough to come through this program from 2004, so I'm still here.
All right, that's wonderful stuff. Tito, I know you had big shoes to fill. Give him another mic. I'm told that we couldn't hear you so well, so I'm not going to make you repeat what you said. It was just a little low, so we exchanged the mic. But you had big shoes to fill. Tony Pompey.
Pedro Calambach, Tony Pompey.
The former ambassadors. I mean, you guys have really been doing it.
Yes, we've been doing it. I know I had big shoes to fill from the beginning, and I put everything aside because I know that we had two wonderful ambassadors as well. And the journey have been a great journey. Before I even signed up to be attendant, I was told, listen, before you go there, put everything aside because we won it once, we won it twice, and definitely you have to do it again. So with the help of my team St. Lucie and the St. Lucie and the parish ambassadors, let me tell you, they were
exceptional.
They were two of a kind.
Oh, wow.
I kid you not, two of a kind. And with their help, they made the dream really easy, really easy. There were days we spent nights and days in the community just speaking to the people, getting out there, getting our word across. As Anselm was saying, it's a program. It's not only one day. The Spirit of the Nation show is just
icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake, but the work that we have put in throughout the year was, I'm so proud of my ambassadors right now.
Oh.
I words cannot even express.
That's really, really beautiful. So let me start with you, Destiny. You know, on the night, was it nerve-wracking? How did you approach your presentation? Because, as mentioned, the presentation was good from start to end.
Yes, I was nervous, but it was such a fast-paced motion that we were going backstage. I didn't have the time to take on the nerves, so I just channeled that into energy and did it.
All right, what about you, young Amario? You know, how did things shape up for you on the night of?
For me, it wasn't as nervous as I usually am. And I had a good support system backstage, my PRO, my attendant, the costume designer, and my partner. So it was fun backstage. The nerves didn't really come through.
How would you say being a part of this competition has changed your outlook? How you look not only at your parish, but at what you are able to do as a young person representing your parish?
Makes me feel more.
Switch. All right, here we go.
It makes me feel more passionate about the community that I live in and the surrounding communities. It makes me feel well to represent and I want other young people to do what I do because it's a good program to be in, to be honest.
Absolutely, I love it. St. Lucie, 3 times on, you know. So when Mr. Rollock came up here with me, he said, should I leave the trophy on the ground? As soon as the cameras came on, my boy snatched it up. You know, that says a great deal. You know, what about the representation? Pass on to Mr. Rollock for me. What about the representation on Saturday night? Having, you know, such a large contingent from St. Lucie come out and represent.
Yeah, it was heartwarming to see those persons filling in the gymnasium from all parishes. But for sure, we were looking for our St. Lucie personnel, and just to see them trickling in, those who would have had the shirts over the years coming in and filling those chairs, because we usually sit in a particular space in the gymnasium. So this year, unfortunately, because of time constraints, I wasn't really able to get the balloons and so on to like mark the chairs and so on. But when those persons came in, they know from recollection, this is where we sit, this is where we represent St. Lucie.
This is how we win. You should be saying, this is how we win.
Yes, this is how we do. This is how we do it in St. Lucie.
Listen, I must tell you, there probably will be a lot of people moving into the parish over the next 12 months because I don't know, doing a 4 is, I think the other parishes are going to have to really band together and figure out how they can knock St. Lucie off of her throne. Hey, so Tito, you're attendant of the year for 2023, and that means that there's still, you've done, you know, a lot of work, but you have over the next year an opportunity to share, you know, what's been going right. Everything doesn't always go right with what you do, but also revisit, do a little bit of introspection and share and encourage people for the coming year. So what would you say to them, having won this title now of Attendant of the Year and reflecting on all you've done to be able to make it to this place?
Having won the title of Attendant of the Year, I think is an honor to be an attendant, to nurture new minds and to develop unearth talent that the young ambassadors have. Even with the community independence celebration, I would encourage any youth, any young person, or any person who want to be attendant to join the program, the Parish Ambassadors Program. Really interesting program, and the staff at the Community Independence Celebration, fantastic group, and I pay kudos to them for such a program as this, and I encourage anyone, Barbados, come out. Join the Parish Ambassadors Program, great program to be a part of.
All right, and as most outstanding male parish ambassador for 2023, advice for anybody who might have been thinking, I'm not sure if I can, you know, be a part of it. I know that when you spoke with me, when you were here last, you said that, you know, you feel like it's developed your confidence a whole lot.
Yes, I believe that is a good program for especially males to join because it nurtures you for the future and gives you a lot of tips and props for the future, give you a better body build for yourself. Because before I joined this program, I couldn't do this at all. This would be shaking like this. This would be shaking like this. But no, I'm able to stand here next to my team with confidence and say it's worth.
Mario, don't drop it. Because I was a little nervous when he started. I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. What about you, Destiny? Most outstanding parish ambassador female for 2023.
I would encourage anybody to come out and do it. Step outside of your comfort zone, because if you remain in your comfort zone, then you are going to get comfortable. Challenge yourself to always do something better.
Wonderful. Talk about challenging you. I need from each of you somewhere that we must visit in St. Lucie in the coming weeks as homage to you for winning 3 times on. So where are we heading, Destiny?
The Harrison Point Lighthouse. Oh, there is very wonderful, and they have picnic benches out there so you can go and sit down. If you want to chill by yourself, you can chill by yourself. If you want to go with have like a little family picnic on a Sunday, you can go there. And the view is nice. The view is amazing.
Harrison Point Lighthouse.
Yes, please.
I like that.
Unfortunately, she took mine, but another one that I could give would be Archer's Bay. It's a very remote area, quiet, and it's a nice bay to visit.
Archer's Bay. I don't think I've been to Archer's Bay. So definitely have to check that out. Where else are we heading?
It seemed like we're all taking others there. I think one place is Friendly Hall, where you have a lot of friends. You must visit Friendly Hall in a new green area and relaxing area for the evening with your family.
Are there a lot of crabs in Cry Hill?
Well, that's where he got his name from.
Don't answer me. Don't answer me.
Yes, in St. Lucie. Well, for November, we're having a few activities. Some community groups, North Stars and Lord's Cricket Club. They're going to be having a T20 match on the 29th at North Stars. It was held last year at Lord's Cricket Ground, so they're coming over to Crab Hill. On the Independence Day, the 30th, there's going to be the First State Wesleyan Holiness Church, a church that has supported us well over the years, produced many ambassadors for us. They're celebrating 100 years. And there's going to be a fun day of fellowship and worship on Independence Day at the Checker Hall Pastor. And another location that you can visit in St. Lucie, that I would say, if you're passing a Sunday, visit the St. Lucie's Parish Church, that you can interact with the residents there. It is one of the oldest churches in Barbados, one of the first original churches. And there's a lovely mural on the wall outside that was painted just after COVID. We would have gone through the worst of that. And it tells a story of where we were at, and where we plan to be in the future. A story is told on that mural. So, St. Lucie, we love you. Come on up. We're inviting all.
So only now we know that St. Lucie up, you know. Everybody used to sit down.
Don't St. Lucie. It is true. It is true.
So it's wonderful to have you with us. Again, congratulations. I love that we were able to kind of share with you before, because it gave me a good gauge, of what was happening. And I could see that you guys were very, very committed. I saw that across the board too. But I knew that you wanted this title again. And they did the sweet people. So it's not that the ambassadors got the outstanding title and the attendant was left out. They're all here.
And Project of the Year as well.
Not Project of the Year too.
Yes, again, second year in a row.
Remind us of that project.
Building and nurturing for a healthier tomorrow. We focus on the 8 dimensions of wellness.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the outfits. I tell you. Who is the designer?
Sharon Hines. She's from in Husbands, the Gap, just before Maycox Terrace. And we discovered her in 2019. And she's a designer. Good morning, Sharon. I hope you're looking. She only did female gowns. But working with her, it challenged her to step out of her comfort zone and develop her. And since 2019, she's been doing our male suits for us. And very good work. We're pleased with her. And we'll continue to work with her, because that's what this program is all about. Developing and exposing those persons and their talent to challenge themselves.
Oh, beautiful. What were you depicting in these gowns, people? And I saw my boy there looking resplendent in the suit. So tell me about what you were depicting in the outfits.
Thank you. We were depicting our mentorship program. My colors represented the nonchalant mind that they gave to their mental health, where the orange was a new hope,
For me, the green parts represented the building, and the orange represented nurturing, and the sunrise.
You saw them working together there? Yeah, so one started the other ended. You're almost finishing each other's sentences now. I mean, like, what are you going to do when you're not doing this every day? Because I know leading up to, then it's far more intense. And you become, so much of a family because you're always together. I'm sure these will be bonds that will last for a long, long time. So again, St. Lucie, congratulations.
Thank you.
I was there twice yesterday. My second home, absolutely. All right, so again, congratulations to all St. Lucians, everybody from St. Lucie. Wonderful work from your Parish Independence Committee. And here they are, 3 years in a row on top, as with all the top awards, best project, best attendant, best ambassadors, most outstanding ambassadors. So well-deserved. Congratulations. And again, congrats to all of you. I know you're all moving forward, taking away something amazing that can propel you into the future. It's not the last time you're going to see these two. A little birdie whispered something in my ear on Saturday, and I'm going to make it happen. I'll tell you more about that at another occasion. All right, so they have to head back up to St. Lucie. So we're going to say bye for now. Bye-bye. I don't know what time you're going to get back, but. All right, we're going to take a break and come back on Morning Barbados. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
98.1 The One is more than a station.
We don't just play music, we keep you company, cheer you up, keep you informed and entertained. We're a vibe. What do you mean?
Every day we bring the party to you.
We are your #1 party station.
We love playing music for our listeners. And we're committed to working with our clients and advertisers to make sure that you get the attention that you deserve.
98.1 The One.
Celebrating 18 and still your #1 party station.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tenant.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
94.7 FM is a proud sponsor of COB Credit Union, Soca Goes Gold 5, the Calypso Kings Edition. Join us on November 29th at the Wyndham Grand Barbados Sam Lords Castle Resort and Spa as we celebrate our kings. John King, Blood, Classic, Serenader, Adrian Clark, iWeb, Edwin Yearwood, RPB, and the Mighty Gabby. Let's support families in need with the Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust and its partners at the COB Credit Union Soca Goes Gold 5, the Calypso Kings Edition. 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience, and CBC, connecting Barbadian communities.
Favorites from the various kings that you will want to see. I'm told that they're pulling out all of the classic songs that they've won with over the years, and we definitely look forward to that. It's time for you to get a chance to win a ticket for Soca Goes Gold 5, the Calypso Kings edition. We're going to give you a ticket to head on out. As mentioned, all of those kings are going to be present at the Wyndham Sam Lords Castle. I know you wanted to see the new venue. This is your opportunity. Call us up on 434 no, that's not the number. 228-5562 and 228-5563. I'm calling the radio number. 228-5562 and 228-5563. Call us up on either number, and you get a chance to win. I'll pose you a question. It's an easy question, and all you have to do is answer it correctly, and you can win. So Serenader won the crown back in 1990. Name one of his winning songs. Serenader won the crown in 1990. Name one of his winning songs. And even though I was young, I can still remember this particular win. I think, I don't know if it's from seeing a repeat of it or if I watched it live, because back then you had to watch the finals, yes? So I didn't get to go like the adults, but I certainly was watching on TV. Was it TV8 back then? Probably, yes, but I was watching for sure. Name one of the songs that Serenader won with, and these songs were so good. His performances were so good on that night. I definitely look forward to seeing Seri perform both of these songs coming up on the 29th. And you'd know that the 30th is, of course, you know, a day off. So you can enjoy the 29th without having to think about getting up to go to work the next day and all of that stuff. So 29th at the Wyndham Grand Barbados Sam Lords Castle Resort and Spa. The Kings, Edwin, RPB, Serenader, Gabby, Classic, John King, Adrian Clark, Blood, you name it. They're all going to be there. So here are your phone calls. I'm told there's somebody on the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Tisha. And in the morning,
Hello.
Barbados family.
Unfortunately, I can't hear the caller, guys. We're going to try to get that rectified quickly, if only so that I can hear the caller and get going to see if they have the answer to this one, which I'm sure you do, because that's not so long ago. All right. Let's try this again and see if I can hear the caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Tisha.
There you are. All right, bring that a little louder for me. Where are you calling us from?
St. Lucie.
You guys are in the house in a big way. All right,
exactly.
So tell me.
Tug of war.
Tug of war?
Yes, please.
You remember the words to tug of war? You know, if you call the name of a song on Morning Barbados, you have to raise it, right? That's my rule.
Tug of war, and he had jogging.
So are you going to sing a piece of jogging or a piece of tug of war for us?
Oh, dear, Tisha got my spot. I remember they jogging, they run down there, and it's a tug of war. It's a tug of war. That's all I can remember.
I am ready to dance. You just give me two little lines. That's okay, though. But you're absolutely right. Jogging and Tug of War were the two songs that Serenader won with back in 1990. Those were both the winning songs. Congratulations. And
thank you.
You're going to be heading from St. Lucie to St. Philip, from one end of the island to the other. So don't go anywhere, okay? We have to take your information off air to make sure that you get that ticket. Congratulations. Remember, this is all for a worthy cause. The Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust, one of their major fundraisers, they're looking to make sure they take care of some vulnerable families this holiday season, and this will help them make it. It's all in association with their partners at the City of Bridgetown Credit Union. Of course, telling you all about SoCo Goes Gold 5. Stay with us.
94.7 FM is a proud sponsor of COB Credit Union, SoCa Goes Gold 5, the Calypso Kings Edition. Join us on November 29th at the Wyndham Grand Barbados Sam Lords Castle Resort and Spa as we celebrate our kings. John King, Blood, Classic, Serenader, Adrian Clark, iWeb, Edwin Yearwood, RPB, and the Mighty Gabby. Let's support families in need with the Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust and its partners at the COB Credit Union SoCa Goes Gold 5, the Calypso Kings Edition. 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience, and CBC, connecting Barbadian communities.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, general practitioner and healthy lifestyle advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And this is definitely a feel-good Monday where we're sharing some great news with you, some powerful stories that we want you to follow up on. This one is absolutely no different. It's time to welcome Sharianne Otterson, and she is founder of Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation. She's also an avid viewer of Morning Barbados, a part of our online team. So let me say good morning and welcome to this side of Morning Barbados. Good to have you with us. Should I say Sharianne Bless?
You can. Yes,
All
you
right.
can.
It's so wonderful to be able to, meet the people who love Morning Barbados and have shown support through the years, no matter who the hosts are, because I know you kind of develop an affinity with certain hosts, and then it's difficult to move on when there are new people coming in. So thanks for the love that you guys have continued to show me through the years. And, I can see that genuinely you are people who love to share and you care, even by the way that you operate within that group. So talk to us now about your foundation, Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation. Tell us how the idea got started and how you were able to make it a reality.
Good morning again, and good morning to Barbados and all my family watching. Well, Drop a Pack really came about not just in 2020, but it was something I always wanted to do. Actually, it named United Hands, Many Hands, One Strength, but that didn't materialize at the time. But in 2020, when we went into the lockdown, in April, we usually get a blessing from work and not having anything to do with it. I remember seeing an ad for the family planning, asking for personal hygiene products. And I told my friend, well, let's go and buy some products and take down. So that's what we did. And it felt so good. And that's how it started. And it started really too from a journey of being sick very bad with period pains, and the family planning was so good to me that I went to work and they said one day, let's start a give back program. And a guy said love campaign, and I was like, okay, we'll see how that goes. But I remember always asking God, what can I do to give back to my community? Because there were times when I myself needed help. And in the middle of the night, I just heard drop a pack. And I woke up because I wrote it down. And I woke up and I was like, Lord, drop a pack. But I love purple so much. I was like, drop a pack, Purple Love Foundation. And that is how it was birthed. And we give our first box of personal hygiene products back to the family planning again. And then we start collecting from there. And we just start donating. We are not big, but we are very powerful when we give. We officially got registered in 2021, and whenever we can give, we give back to um, charities, we give to shelters. And from last year, we were in 3 schools, and this year we were able to give to 6 schools because of some generous donations that we received. So that is how Drop a Pack was birthed.
Oh, wow. Congratulations on really following your passion, something that you wanted to do and you were able to follow through on it. And to show that it was on your mind, the fact that you woke up out of your sleep with an idea for a name means that it truly was something that was living inside of you. Now, the first time that I heard of the concept of period poverty, which kind of puts it into perspective, is when I was having a conversation with a colleague from Jamaica, and they were doing a similar initiative in Jamaica. And then it made me think of how many people have had to resort to unsanitary means to be able to take care of a very, very basic need. So this is truly needed at this time, particularly because there are so many people who are in vulnerable positions as well. And I find that sometimes people aren't willing to ask, particularly when it comes to things like personal hygiene issues. They almost have to
Yes.
take a back seat. And when a family has to determine whether the lights stay on, whether there's food on the table, or whether there's water coming out of the taps, a lot of the times personal hygiene takes a back seat. And
Yes.
it's wonderful that you are taking this on in this way. What has the response been like generally, and what are you hoping for moving forward?
The response is not bad, truthfully, because like if there's a need, especially I want to take a moment really to big up my workplace. That is where we mostly get our products from. People just come and donate outside too, but work have really been behind me with this, and I just want to take a moment to say thanks to Guardian General on that aspect. Because a lot of people don't know us still, the response is not big, but as I say, when we give, we're still able to feel like we would have given, even if we give to only one family, we have done something. And that makes my heart smile. So this year, we really want to reach more people in the aspect. As you said, Tisha, when a parent have to decide I have to buy the food and I have to keep the bills on. I can't provide those necessities. And from in 2020, we actually even started providing food items also, because I remember, when you look at it, the children are hungry, and that touched my heart. I don't have any, so I love children. And when you hear a parent say, well, I just can't take the products and I don't have anything for the children to eat. So we also started, that's how we started our Christmas drive, and also providing food items for those families that are also in need.
All right, tell us where the drop points are for this time around and how people can get involved.
Well, you can draw at my home, which is at number 74 Casarina Avenue, Warner's Park, and that's in the Sheraton's area. You can call us at 238-9603. And we can always tell you where to drop your items. Some people drop them at my workplace, some people drop them at my home. So that is the main 2 points you can drop off your items. But mainly when you're bringing a big thing, I prefer you to drop it at my home, which is better.
All right, what are you asking for? What are you asking people to bring?
Well, the idea is when you go to the supermarket, pick up that extra pack of something and drop it in your cart. Give us a call, and if you can drop them off, that would be very nice, because I don't have transportation. So that's a little hindrance in getting things from people, or call us, and we'll probably have to make arrangements to see how we can meet up.
All right, that's beautiful, and congratulations on all that you're doing with this Drop a Pat Purple Love Foundation. Um, I know it will be well received, and I know you have a lot of wonderful giving people around you who will make
Yes.
sure that it is truly a success. So thank you for the work you are doing.
Tisha, can I just put one thing more out there quickly, please?
Sure.
We are going to be treating 25 children to a lunch and an out there activity at Guardian Group on the 26th of December. And we are answering that males specifically, because the children are going to be without fathers. So I want that they can buy a gift and donate to those children. Come out, have fun. We will have outdoor activities, and it's on the 26th of December. And you can give me a call again at 238-9603. And we also have our account number. And if I can give you that quick, it is 09435109639. So you can make your donations there, Royal Bank of Canada as well.
All right, that's wonderful stuff. Thank you for all of the great work that you're doing.
Thank you too.
You know, it's easy sometimes to think of us and our own needs, and then if we look beyond our immediate needs, then of course we all have relatives and friends and a community. So it kind of goes in that order. But when there are people who are willing to look even beyond their immediate needs and the people whom they know to help people that they don't know, it really, really touches me. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's also wonderful that you are a big part of the Morning Barbados family too. So thank you.
Yes, so
for
I
that.
want to say good morning to all Morning Barbados family. Pat, all of them can't call on now, but good morning and I love you guys.
Well, you know, Pat is the one who alerted me to the fact that you're coming.
Yes.
All right. So all the best to you on this initiative.
And I
the
hope I can
initiative
come
for-
back and tell you how it was, how it went and stuff like that.
Absolutely. We would welcome that. And also the initiative from Guardian Group. I see how you talk about your workplace. And that makes all the difference too. You know, when you have employees who feel so wonderful about working for your company, it says a great deal. So a shout out to all of the people in
Guardian.
charge doing a good job at the Guardian Group as well.
Yes, please. Thank you. Have
All
a great
right.
day.
And you, bye. Sherry Ann Utterson. We know her as Sherry Ann Bless online when she's sharing with the Morning Barbados team, founder of Drop a Pat Purple Love Foundation, and encouraging you to share some personal care items. You can drop them off for her. You can find her online. You can drop them at the workplace to be able to share with her as well. So personal hygiene products or food items to be able to share for just basics that some families might need. It's time for another break here on Morning Barbados. When we come back, it's a chance for us to kind of loosen up, shake those shoulders, stretch the necks, and get ready for the day by exercising the minds. It's Unscrambled. That's next.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's summer vacation, and CBC TV8 says laugh a little. Your mid-mornings have now included some family-friendly, side-splitting series like The Partridge Family, Benson, and Designing Women. TV not to be missed this vacation. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on CBC TV8. It's Match Day Live from the 246 with host Damian Best. Your all-access pass to the action happening in the BFA Premier League and beyond. Every last Monday of the month on CBC TV8. Kickoff time, 8:30 p.m. with analysis from our panel and highlights of the top performances. You can weigh in on the discussion via WhatsApp on 228-5562. It's Match Day Live from the 246. Don't you miss it.
My friend, you don't plan to get it. Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, just 5 minutes now before 8 o'clock, and we know that we jogged your memory somewhat in talking about the Kings and all that they've been able to do through the years, and the fact that they are going to be at the Wyndham Grand Sam Lords Castle Resort on the 29th for that fundraiser put on by the Eden Lodge Youth Charitable Trust in association with their partners, and all for a worthy cause. So we wanted to jog your memories and take you back to 1990 with this one half of the winning presentation from Serenader.
Unity, you talk about unity, you're looking for peace and you want to be free, but you're still asleep, wide awake in a dream, while facing defeat, you're destroying the Caribbean. How could you call me your brother and stop by and watch me suffer? Only when it's hurricane disaster, you lend a helping hand. It's running them out, some don't know what they're talking about. Time is short and it's running out. You predicted success, but I see no progress. It's a total mess. Pigeons get a rest for fishing in Trini water. Trini get deport from Ben for staying 2 days over. Guyana cannot cross the border in Venezuela. I say that is tug of war. That is tug of war. Caribbean integration only exists on the mind. Free trade throughout the region, some say that would be fine. But still, there's no hope for a regional airline, because it is tug of war. It is tug of war. It's tug of war. Democracy, you're preaching democracy. Still my Caribbean people on the lock and key. For misuse of power, you've been tried and found guilty. You're accusing one another of total dishonesty.
Oh, I know that brought back some memories. In that one, you know, Sari looks really young. You see the face filled out and stuff like that. So good stuff. I hope you brought back some memories. If you've not gotten your tickets, make sure you go on out and get your tickets for that presentation, or keep on listening because we are going to give you an opportunity to win. Hey, coming up tomorrow on Morning Barbados, conversations on CARICOM with Ambassador David Comishong. He's just back, I believe, from a trip to the continent, and we're going to be sharing on that. Plus, we continue our discussion on grief and loss, the educational series. And in the next chapter, we're talking to a St. Lucian Christian poet, writer, journalist, and librarian. That and so much more coming up tomorrow on our presentation. So have a good day today. Make it a marvelous Monday. Remember to wear your smiles. Do something nice for somebody else. And tune in at 6:30 for another presentation of Morning Barbados. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.